What up, it's your boy Dvrth again with another video, and today we are here with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 40. Last episode we had a great amount of understanding between the characters, Winry, Scar. Everybody was just on the same wavelength, and that doesn't happen a lot in shows. Just in general. So to see people actually have some introspective thought about what's going on, about themselves and about the feelings that they are feeling, dear God, that was that felt so good to watch. But we do have a bit of bad news. Briggs, which is where Winry and her group are headed, as we know, is pretty much filled with Kimberly's men. So even if we do make it there, probably not gonna be a great time. So we have Al going out to brave the storm instead of people with actual bodies. That sounds horrible. And I think he's going to Briggs, or he's going to like contact. I don't remember specifically. But Al's out there. He had a little bit of a breakdown because his body seemed to be pulling, or his soul seemed to be pulling his body seemed to be pulling on his soul. It was really scary for him. I can't blame him. And we were left off on a bit of a mysterious note with father. Yeah, I was about to say HOHENHEIM. Father naming out candidates for something and saying that he still needs one more. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media links, going to be in the description below. Also, you can comment below as well. That's cool too. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. So with all that being said, let's get our headphones. Make sure they're on. Them bitches is on. And let's just get into it. The chorus to this OP goes super hard, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this chorus goes kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie to you. The visuals are also really going dumb too.
You think that General Armstrong had something to do with General Raven's disappearance?
It seems
Snitch.
So. However, she's too smart to leave any evidence behind.
Yes, that's true.
Well, anyway,
Both y'all some snitches.
the only thing we have to worry about is holding down this fort. Central will make sure she's taken care of.
Man, who can hold her down, on God? Ain't nobody hold her down.
Führer Bradley summoned me. For an extended stay, I imagine.
My God, her lips.
That's so. Well, sometime we should grab some dinner.
Yeah, on God.
Treat? I hope you know I could eat you into bankruptcy.
Maybe we should skip dinner then.
I would be like,
short on both money and
shit.
Maybe I could offer some flowers instead.
Just saying.
You may enter.
I kind of would have let her, low key. The girl likes her food. I respect it.
Is that the reason you saw fit to dispose of him?
Surely you don't need him. It can't be good to have someone so talkative on your side.
Right, we figured him out easily.
You have me intrigued, General. What did Raven say?
Immortal, yeah.
The history of this
Immortal
country. Your
soldiers.
Excellency's identity.
Expect you'll understand. My men will take over Fort Briggs. Agreed?
Of course, as you wish.
Shit, you ain't gonna be
My
living for
soldiers
very
are
much
extremely
longer.
strong and well
Bitch ass
trained,
nigga.
sir. I guarantee they will serve you well, Your Excellency.
She's a good actor.
I'm sure they will.
Nigga, if you don't pipe the fuck down with all that angry aura that you got going on.
I have to work through every meal or I can't keep up. And how about you?
I've
Secret
been staying
letters.
busy too, especially with everything I've had to learn.
Write the secret
Your Bradley
note,
works very efficiently,
please.
though, so that helps. He isn't a slacker, that's for sure.
Sounds like this is going to be a dull conversation.
Scar is up in the north. The Elric brothers are up there as well.
That
I
was-
see.
Okay. Maybe I'm just looking
My
too much
former
into it.
classmates Lucy and Ian are stationed up there. They like to keep me informed.
Aren't the North and East conducting joint exercises this spring? Uni, Nora, Charlie, then Uni and Lucy again.
Oh.
Uni once more, and then Sterling.
Good job.
Celine Bradley as a homunculus.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
I'd say impossible.
Young man.
What the fuck?
Hey, you there.
Oh no!
It's all right.
What the fuck?
Look, over here.
I'm number
Pixel.
23.
Not
What?
a number. I want you to tell me your real name.
I'm a slave. I don't have one.
A slave? You mean a person without any rights or freedoms? Someone trafficked and deeded as a possession?
That is a slave.
Hated. What's that?
It's when a piece of property is transferred to another person. I think I'll give you a name of your own.
Father.
Give me a name. Who are you?
You'll want a noble-sounding one, right? Let's see. Theo.
Theo?
Bombastus.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, you're not that smart. Maybe we shouldn't put too many syllables in it. Von Hohenheim.
Oh, this is
How
Hohenheim.
does that sound?
So Von Hohenheim, huh? I think I can remember that.
I'll tell you what, Von Hohenheim.
The
You
fuck?
can call me the dwarf in the flats, homunculus.
What? What?
Of the one. So if all is not included in the one,
Uh-huh.
all is nothing.
You have passed. You are now an alchemist, Hohenheim.
Nice. Went through the same training.
Thanks to you, maybe someday, I'll even be able to get married and have a family.
Man.
Family, huh? How inconvenient for you humans. Unless you form communities and breed, your species can't continue to exist.
Don't call it breeding. And whether or not it's a concept that you're able to understand, that's where humans find happiness.
I'd hate to be guilty of asking too much, but I think I'd be happy if I could just leave this flask.
For what?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Slave number 23.
That's enough, chap.
Is that what
Immortality.
what is
Is it possible or isn't it?
Growing impatient in your old age? How lamentable, King of Xerxes.
Oh, this is Xerxes.
Okay, I'll tell you how you can achieve immortality.
Is this Envy? No, cause the first homunculus was. What is happening? What the fuck? Oh no! Well, and that's how Xerxes fell.
Quickly! This is it. Everything is ready?
Yes.
But what this could be
Now become immortal.
is showing us what the plan is, like what the overall plan is.
Yes, this is an amazing moment indeed.
Farewell, friends.
I don't understand it.
Stay blessed.
You said if we were in the center of the circle, we wouldn't be hurt.
They definitely lied to you.
The true center of the transmutation circle is right here where you're standing.
What? Why
Surely you
again?
remember that your blood is within me.
Oh,
Used it to open the doorway.
right.
Blood brother of mine, Von Hohenheim. Right now, you and I are at the center of everything.
What? Like, I understand what's happening, but I don't understand why. Okay, so, yeah, right. Right. So, what?
Willard. McDowell.
Okay, so,
Meyer.
oh yeah, these are all the people that, Right. So these are all the people that Hohenheim called out to.
Tell me, your body,
What
how is it feeling?
the fuck?
Using your blood, I created a receptacle for myself. Nice. Finally.
That's
I
why they
can
look
walk
the
on my
same.
own two legs.
It's that was father. Wait, okay, hang.
Chalice and the flask. I appreciate your cooperation, Hohenheim.
What? So father is the homunculus that Hohenheim and his people summon?
My insides were taken.
Jeez.
I was trying to bring my child back to life.
I see. Yes. I see. Bam. Truly some bullshit. Oh, what the fuck? Hohenheim.
Organs were taken away as a testament to your sin, and they cannot be brought back. But I did rearrange your entrails somewhat to improve the flow of blood.
Whoa.
Suzumi, you cannot give in to your fate just yet.
You are the boy's father. But who are you?
Who am I? I am a philosopher's stone, in the form of a man.
Jesus.
That's what I am.
Oh, God. What the fuck? Dog. Right.
What Dr. Marco had was a semi-liquid form. The one that Kimberly has is similar to a crystal, and it's about this big.
You
Right.
say it has incredible power. I would have expected it to be a little bigger than that.
It's not. I've never seen one that's much bigger than a small pebble.
Okay.
Besides,
Well, then there's your
to make a
dad.
Philosopher's Stone that big, you'd have to kill thousands of people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's possible, but I would never want to see it.
What a fucking trip of an ep. That was the last thing that I expected out of this episode. Holy fuck. Okay. Can we establish something real quick? So first of all, I thought that it was going to be. I thought that I was father, but I was obviously fucking stupid. Okay. Hang on. Let's start from the beginning real quick. First of all, respect to Armstrong, Olivier Armstrong, for weaseling her way into the correct position, right? Into an optimal position at least. She got out of that pretty, I don't want to say easily, but skillfully. I would kill for that woman. But she got out of that pretty skillfully. And pretty much everybody on our side showed a lot of promise, not just like we know that they're strong, but just them being so what's the word I'm looking for? Them being so conniving. Like, you need that. Olivier being like, yo, I killed Raven because he was squealing, dog. Like, why wouldn't I kill him? Like, I know everything about your little plan, and that's why I killed him. Because, why would you need somebody? You really want somebody in your ranks that's gonna snitch? You wanted a snitch in your rank? Really? That's what you about? So smart. Like, so smart. And even, like, not only Olivier, but Hawkeye. Like, Jesus. What what a smart play. What a smart play to what a smart way to give Mustang the information that he needs, especially since she knows that she's being monitored by a homunculus, like probably one of the strongest, at least out of the ones that out of the like main ones that we knew up until this episode. What a play. Like, I mean, just Hail Mary plays being thrown here, and they all landed in the end zone. Such a good way to reassure me about the people on our side, right? Because going into this, I was scared. I was like, yo, they done flooded Briggs. Fucking Olivier's headed to Bradley. Not Armstrong. Mustang. It doesn't have the info that he needs, and Hawkeye is being surveyed. Like, how do they get out of it? Luckily, they did. Very good way to like put my nerves at ease just a little bit. However, that did not last very long. Coming in with the backstory for Hohenheim and Father, which I was not expecting at all. So, first of all, let me say this. So, first of all, this makes this makes Alphonse and Edward technically people, well, maybe not people, but descendants of the people of Xerxes, which may explain a lot outside of just their blonde hair, right? But that does explain quite a bit when it comes to like their aptitude for alchemy, and also their intelligence. From what we know of Xerxes, that explains the characteristics of Alphonse and Alphonse and Edward, because they pretty much are exactly what we saw of the people of Xerxes, the people that flew a little too close to the sun, and it ended up getting them in hot water, and pretty much in the same way that the Elric brothers, did. They flew a little bit too close to the sun in search of something that they probably shouldn't have, and got themselves in hot water for it. So obviously Xerxes blood flowing through their veins, right? Absolutely glad that we got this backstory for Father and Hohenheim, because now we can kind of fill in a couple blanks. I think that's the best way to put it. So now we know first of all not only what Hohenheim is, but what Father is too. So Father, obviously, which I guess that wasn't too crazy of a reveal, but like, damn, is a homunculus, but he's a homunculus that was summoned or created by Xerxes. Now, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding this, because we don't know in game, we don't know anything like that. We just know how it happened now. We even know about a little bit more about Father. They talked about having a family, or we had Father talk about having a family and stuff, and now it's good to hear that he had this conversation with, not Father. We had Hohenheim talk to Father about having a family and stuff, and like the ideals of humans, which is good that Hohenheim had this conversation with Father specifically, because now there is no like, we have to like explain to Father the values of humanity and stuff. He knows, or he somewhat knows from what Hohenheim had told him. So when it comes time to maybe have that conversation, we don't have to waste too much time on that. And also, since we're doing some self-reflection, especially with this or with the past couple episodes, I do wonder whether Father is doing the same, because we did see Father, like before the flashback, we did see Father kind of reminiscing, dozing off and reminiscing, and when the flashback ended, it was Hohenheim who woke up. So I do wonder whether Father as well is doing a bit of reminiscing or self-reflection in his reminiscing, since pretty much every character has been for a while, for the past couple episodes now. Granted, I don't expect Father to come out of this his little daydream and be like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna kill people to create Philosopher's Stones anymore, right? I highly doubt that that's what's going to happen. However, I do think that that it it gives us a little bit more to talk about when we run into Father again, which is all that I'm worried about right now, right? Now, one crazy thing to consider is that, or one crazy thing that was revealed is also that Father, Jesus Christ, Hohenheim himself is a philosopher's stone. He is a philosopher's stone in the shape of a man, which is in fucking insane, which I guess technically qualifies not Hohenheim, Father as one as well, but specifically Hohenheim, him being revealed as a pretty much a philosopher's stone in the shape of a man, which makes sense because as we talked about in the end credit scene, in which we talked about in other episodes, that's a philosopher's stone doesn't exactly just take the shape of a stone, it just takes the shape of whatever whatever it wants, or it can be whatever, right? And now we have a bit more insight on not only how long Hohenheim has been around, but also the plight of Hohenheim, how he came to be. Now we can feel a little bit, if we haven't already felt bad enough for Hohenheim, but now we can feel a little bit worse for Hohenheim, knowing that he was born a slave and ended up pretty much getting the souls of all of his fallen people, I guess at least half of them, placed in pretty much in him, which is terrifying. To for a moment, let's just think about how terrifying that is. It's like whatever country you're in, whatever country, state, province, or whatever, wherever you're at, imagine murdering all of them, or sacrificing all of them, and then having half of those souls reside inside of you. And if you just sit there and really focus, you can hear all of those damned souls. If you don't feel bad for Hohenheim, or if you do feel bad for Hohenheim, you feel absolutely worse now. It's just, I'm hoping, I don't expect, but I really am interested in what, okay, we figured out how, but I'm now interested in what, right? That's what's really confusing me right now, is okay, he sacrificed everybody in Xerxes, okay, cool, makes sense. That's how Xerxes fell. But why? Why would Father do that? What do you want to, why? Because I'm going to assume that Father is immortal. He was able to make Hohenheim immortal, so I'm going to guess that he's immortal as well. So what more do you gain? Which, it makes me feel like it's more or less, his plan is more or less kind of what Envy said, where he's just ushering in a new world. Like, if you're a god, if you're a god on Earth, the only thing that you have left to do is create paradise. Like, that's the only thing you have left to do. Like, I don't see it. Like, he's like I said, he's immortal. I'm going to assume he pretty much can't die. He's probably the strongest alchemist out of everybody. He's definitely the strongest homunculus. What more could you ask for, other than to change the environment around you? You know, I think I've done a lot of like brainstorming on like what could he want for himself? Like, what is he trying to create himself into? And I don't think he needs anything else. I think he's more or less just looking at what the world needs, which is to usher in the whole new age of homunculus and you know, things like whatever. I don't know, whatever else he wants in the world or in his paradise. But this was a trip of an episode. This was an absolute fucking trip of an episode. I guess lastly we'll talk about Izumi and Sig meeting up with Hohenheim. I'm glad they got to meet up and actually talk, because you know, I know that they knew of Hohenheim, but we've never got to actually see them, you know, like communicate. I'm hoping to hear more conversation between these two parties, Hohenheim and the Curtises, mostly because since in the last episode at the end we got Father saying like, okay, we got Hohenheim, Edward, Alphonse, Izumi, we just need one more, which we still don't know what that one more is, or at least I still don't know. This kind of sets up a way in which Izumi and Sig can be warned about what may be going on. I don't know how much. I think that's another question: is how much does Hohenheim know about what Father is trying to do? But this is a way that we could actually have the Curtises be in the loop about like, hey, you know, you might be like targeted soon. I don't know what he's gonna do with these 5 people, but I'm gonna guess that it's nothing good, because these are all people that can open up the portal or have seen the truth. And from what I'm seeing, the end game at least has something to do with opening up a bigger portal with 5 different points, or 5 different like points that create the bigger portal. So obviously Izumi, Alphonse, Hohenheim, Edward, and this mysterious 5th is going to be the catalyst for that. I just don't know what that is. I'm just I think I've said this before, but this is a show in which I almost wish I wasn't recording it, because then I could just speed through this show and just watch it all in like one sitting, because I definitely would have watched this show, especially getting to this part. You know, I understand that we're pretty far in, like this is episode 40, but at this point, if I weren't recording and I was just watching this, oh dog, these last 24 episodes would be nothing. Wouldn't last a day. Wouldn't last. I'd watch an episode every hour, God damn it, be insane. Which technically I could do. I'm gonna do that, but I could do it. It's feasible. What's not humanly feasible, but within the hours of the day, it's feasible. But whatever. The point is that if I weren't recording, this shit would already be done, because it's just that interesting right now. Like, I think this show has done a fantastic job of keeping up the intrigue. You know, maybe it's not such a mystery as much as it's just an intrigue of what is going on. And the show has done a good job of not only like keeping up with the characters, but also just keeping up with the intrigue of the story, whether it's in the forefront or just in the background. But I'm hyped. I want to see what goes on, or what comes next. I'm hoping, like I said, we get more conversation. I don't even care for fights right now. Like, I'm dead ass. I don't even care for fights right now. Like, it would be cool to see a fight. I don't care though. I want exposition. I feel like I deserve exposition right now. I just feel like I deserve exposition. Like, I just want to hear people talk. So we'll see. But anyway, great episode. Was not expecting it in the slightest, but great episode. I love that we got Hohenheim and father backstory. We needed this, especially this late in. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all that other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. With all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it goes. Y'all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.